Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here today. We're taking another look at Luna. And just before we do, I usually look at Bitcoin, but I can summarize in one word, stuck on stupid. That's actually three words, sorry, but Bitcoin's been doing pretty much just a normal retracement. At this point, went from 63 to 61. It's kind of just going sideways right now. We're all waiting for it to make up its mind. Meanwhile, coins like this are taking off. All good. So if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, educational purposes only, but note that I love trading and I really love helping people become better, more financially stable, which is why I have a trading community. You should check that out in your own time. I send out signals for every single trade that I take. They're fully automated through Cornix, which is just a one-click follow. It's all quick and easy right at your fingertips. So cool stuff. We're all having a great time. There is only 200 slots available and we're well over halfway full. So just keep that in mind. Before month end, I recommend registering just because we are actually increasing the cost, unfortunately, just based on demand in December. So just note that as well. Now, Luna, here's what's going on with Luna. We got, first of all, one-day candlestick, one-day chart. Price is doing well. We're well above the 50-day 7 moving average. We love to see that. 200 is trailing behind. We're under 70, but over 50 on the RSI. That's fantastic. Basically just implying we're still in bullish, momentous territory. If it comes up over 70 on the one-day chart, we'll keep a close eye on it. That wouldn't be terrible because once we have new all-time highs like we're seeing here today, crazy things are going to happen, okay? So be on the lookout. Luna could very well take off again soon. And it did actually break out to the upside as we were expecting yesterday. So let's take a quick look at the 4-hour chart, see what's going on here. So above both moving averages, awesome news. Definitely good shape there. We would like to double check and see with the RSI. Yep, just peaking up over 70. Also like to see that. Normally RSI over 70, people are like, okay, it's a sell signal. Well, truth be told, yes, it can be. But this candlestick, this 4-hour candlestick, it may not retrace anytime soon. Now, if you're a day trader, different story. Perhaps consider trimming your position because it might come down and maybe bounce off of support. However, it's already kind of done that, right? We got this up and then we nice little bounce and it shot to straight up, right? So all good things there for Luna. So we look at that, we got a nice little 10% burst in the last 4 hours of trading. So that's really, really cool. So all in all, yeah, I see pretty much nothing but bullish momentum here. There's nothing that is bearish at all. We might be a little bit on the exhaustive side here based on TD sequential. Let's see, we're at an 8. So here's the rub, okay? So if we're at an 8 on TD sequential, we may only see 1 more hour worth of bullish momentum, right? Actually, technically it might be 1 to 5 hours because we have overtime sometimes where it just keeps going. Not to say that'll happen. I don't see any indication that that will occur. So the strong likelihood here is that we might see a consolidation period soon going sideways, followed by a bounce off of support. So we'll identify support here in just a moment. But generally speaking, that's exactly what we should expect just based on the fact that we've had 8 hours of bullish momentum and it needs to kind of calm down and chill out for a little while, right? It's kind of like running a marathon. You need to kind of relax and take it easy unless you're a freak of nature. No offense to runners out there. You got to kind of calm down and take it easy, right? This is near the end of the marathon, if you will, and it needs to kind of just take a little breathing room. Take a breather, whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Let's take a quick peek at Ichimoku Cloud. Awesome. Look at this. We got a nice little bounce off the cloud and support. Double whammy, double positive. So here's even cooler. If the price continues to go sideways, right, say it comes down, it'll bounce off that support as well. It happens all the time. And what's cool, and again, this little retracement here was pretty standard for Bitcoin behaving on the first, but generally speaking, you can see where the price comes up and it just continues to ride the cloud. That happens on bullish momentum, bullish trends. You see it happen a lot. So there's a good chance we'll see something like this again, where it just keeps on pushing straight up. So all good things. I really like what I see here from Luna. I just want to see the price kind of come down a little bit because me personally, the kind of trader that I am, I like to buy at support when the price retraces after a longer push like this, right? So we see this little push here for the last most recent, 12 hours. You can see it came all the way down as low as 46, upwards of about 52.20, and now it's starting to kind of retrace a little bit. This is actually good. This is very healthy. We want to see this. We want the price to come down. So what could very well happen is we could see the price retrace down as low as 49.86, which was a key level resistance here recently. And we may also see it progress upwards further too. Right? We don't truly know, but it is trending towards sideways action / retracement for perhaps the next, 9 to 13 hours. Again, we don't truly know how long it's going to last. That's the tricky thing here, but what we're hoping for is the price to come down. I'd love to see the price come down to 49.86, take a position there to the upside, for a nice little, 8 to 10% gain to the next major resistance level on the TDC or the Fibonacci retracement. So we'll just mark a couple more key level resistances here for future reference. And also note too, I believe I have this up there from before, or is that, what is that line from? Hold on. Is that a previous? Yeah, I marked that from before because that was the highest point in which this should go based on a previous Fibonacci. Isn't that crazy? A Fibonacci I drew out yesterday with a different origin ended up in the same exact spot right around $60. So I guess to summarize here, if we're just kind of fast forward to the end, the prediction, we're looking at $60 likely, I would say. Normally I'd say by month end, but this could very well happen in the next couple of weeks or less, perhaps even the next week based on its current performance. So I'm willing to take a position, I think, on something like this. But we gotta wait. We want the risk to reward ratio to be better. So I would love to see getting in right here around 49.70. So I'm gonna set an alert at about $50. And once that tells me to get in, I'll reevaluate and take a look. And likely that's the best time to buy. Again, that's just kind of my theory. That's how I apply, approaching most of my altcoin signals is doing something just like that. But again, big picture, forecast, future reference, $60 is probably a better case scenario, I would say, within the next week or two. It may be higher by month end, but we want to wait to see what happens soon before we get there, right? I don't just want to stretch Fibonacci retracement out forever and go with some crazy hypotheticals. We need to reevaluate again once we've gotten to that point, if that makes sense, right? So give it time for these support and resistance levels to establish themselves, and we'll see what happens from there. So that is it. That's pretty much all I got here for you right now. I hope you found this beneficial. If so, like and subscribe. If you're not already a patron, please consider joining because, again, we do have a restricted amount of subscribers. We're capping it at 200 for the moment just so we can make sure we have a pretty good one-on-one ratio, so to speak, so you can still get training and coaching. So because I do love being able to help you become better traders, and that's the whole point of it, right? So you can follow my signals and become a better trader. It's pretty much inevitable if you just apply yourself and try to learn by osmosis. Either way, thanks again so much for joining me here. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. You take care now. Goodbye.